So hello everyone, in this video let us calculate the overall multiplying factor, or we call in short O.M.F, of a particular consumer. We are, for example, in every consumer we install a meter, but that meter is actually not measuring the real power consumption. We have to use a multiplying factor to actually get the real power consumption or energy. All right, now for doing that, let us take the example of this particular consumer, MS Pioneer Carbide. All right, this is a factory that is involved in production of iron and steel or silicon. They use their primary input is energy, right? They need power. So let's say this consumer is having, this is actually real, is having a connected load of say this is the one that I'm showing you, is having a connected load of 10,000 kVA, or if we express in terms of MVA, it will be 10, right? Now this falls under the category of FAH, this one, this ferroalloy high tension. All right, and then it has failed actually. So this is the combined CTPT set, right? We have the combined CTPT set also of ratio 33,000 by 110 volt, and the current ratio is 200 by 5. All right, now this is the combined set rating. Now from this we will calculate the O.M.F, the multiplying factor. Okay, then for calculation of multiplying factor, first of all you have to say MF will be equal to the PT ratio into CT ratio of the combined set divided by, if at all, if it's there, by the same PT ratio into CT ratio of the meter, because sometimes DC meter, in case of this EHT metering or HT metering, we may use a meter of certain PT ratio or current ratio. All right, now let us calculate the overall multiplying factor, the O.M.F. O.M.F will be PT ratio of the combined set, in our case is 33,000 by 110, secondary is 110 volt. All right, and then the ratio based on the calculation that if we load this at 50%, then even if we load at 5 megawatt or 7 megawatt, and if you calculate the corresponding primary current, it will be around 200-210. So let's say we have selected a CT ratio of 200 by 5, right? CT ratio this much, this is of the combined set, and we divide it by the PT ratio of the meter, which in our case is, the PT ratio is 100. All right, into the CT ratio is 1. All right, you can say 1 by 1 like this. Okay, and then when you use a calculator, you will get 120. All right, so this is the multiplication factor, overall multiplication factor of this particular consumer. So whatever the meter reads, for example, I'm saying this, that is 100. all right, the PT ratio is 100. That means if you are measuring a voltage of, suppose 110, the meter will give you 110 into 100 will give you 11,000 volt or 11 kV, right? And if it's 63 volt, the meter will read as 6,000 volt like this. Okay, because this is the phase to neutral. When you measure with the help of multimeter, it will be this. Okay, so this is how you calculate the O.M.F. And then suppose your meter reading is suppose if of the previous month is 1000 kWh, and suppose this is of 30th of suppose of March. all right, and suppose today's is 1st of April, and then if it's 1500 kWh, then in this case you will get a kWh is equal to 500. Okay, kWh. Now this kWh is the unit of energy of the power consumption, as the energy if you multiply it with your O.M.F of 120 into 500, you are getting 60 like this. Okay, 1 2 3 this. So this 6 lakh of 6 lakh unit of energy has been consumed. All right, now with this you can multiply with your tariff. You will get the amount which is to be paid by this particular consumer, and this is how you calculate the overall multiplying factor of the of that particular measuring system, depending on your what combined set you are using and what kind of meter you are using. Okay, but in this particular case, this is the combined set and this is the ratio of the meter that we are using, as you see on the screen. So this is how you calculate the multiplying factor. Even as given here, it will be 120. Sometimes you may not understand why is this, so you will get only like this. And in short, normally what we do, we calculate, we just take 33,000 and then 110 simply like this, and then CT ratio 5 for us, we do like this, and then multiply by the PT ratio of the meter. You will get simply 120. I mean, depending you can do for 11 kV also, and depending on your CT ratio, what is the current. If it's 100, then accordingly the ratio will come, depending on what is the rating of the combined set and that of the meter. All right, so this is a little bit about metering, for HT metering.